Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, colourful cartoon animals and everyone else, welcome to Magic the Questioning, the card game quiz that asks the question, what? Let's meet our contestants. How are you guys doing?
Ready and excited as always.
Excellent to hear. Let's look at this week's categories. Cards on the table is our first round where the questions are worth 1 point each. I Hardly Know Her is our second round with questions worth 2 points each. Look at My Rear is our third round where the questions are worth 3 points each. What's He Staff is our fourth round where the questions are worth 4 points each. And Art Attack is our final category with a single question that doubles your score. At the end of the game, tally up your points and measure them against the point score chart so you can see how you rank and compare it with your friends and everyone else playing along at home and in the comments section. Will you come last but seeking? Maybe you're a contestant of perfection. Let's find out. So if you are playing along at home, get ready to write down your answers and let us know how you do in the comments below. And if you answered the question from the thumbnail correctly, you get to start the game with a bonus 4 points. That's 4 points right now if you knew that what's gone missing from Gone Missing is the keyword action Investigate. A mechanic introduced in Shadows over Innistrad, which if you check the set symbol you'll see this card is from, meaning what was removed was the rules text of Investigate. Now for the rest of the quiz. Here we go, round 1, cards on the table, our general card knowledge round. Question 1. The Scars of Mirrodin Mythic Rare Platinum Empyrean is an 8/8 that costs how much mana? The Scars of Mirrodin Mythic Rare Platinum Imperium is an 8/8 that costs how much mana? Question 2. Grinning Demon is a black creature from Onslaught with which creature type? Grinning Demon is a black creature from Onslaught with which creature type? Question 3. The Jewel Land Rakdos Canarium can be tapped to add which 2 colours of mana? The Jewel Land Rakdos Canarium can be tapped to add which 2 colours of mana? Question 4. Lifecrafter's Bestiary is colourless, but which colour mana symbol appears in the card's rules text? Lifecrafter's Bestiary is colourless, but which colour mana symbol appears in the card's rules text? That's the final question this round. You have until the music stops to submit your answers, and once that's over, we'll find out if you were right. Start the music. Okay, time's up, let's get some answers. And remember, 1 point this round for each question you answer correctly. Question 1. The Scars of Mirrodin Mythic Rare Platinum Imperium is an 8/8 that costs how much mana? 8 mana. Platinum Imperium is still a favourite among players for the fact it prevents your life total from changing, and is an 8/8 for 8 mana. Question 2. Grinning Demon is a black creature from Onslaught with which creature type? Demon! Clue was in the name with that one because Grinning Demon is, of course, a demon. Question 3. The Jewel Land Rakdos Canarium can be tapped to add which 2 colours of mana? Black and red. This card is named for the Ravnican guild leader Rakdos, whose name is often also used as slang to describe the colour combination of black and red. Question 4. Lifecrafter's Bestiary is colourless, but which colour mana symbol appears in the card's rules text? Green. Lifecrafter's Bestiary is an artifact from Aether Revolt and its rules contain a mana symbol that's green. Let's talk to our contestants. How did you guys do?
Great, I think.
I played, Mirage Block.
We all did really well.
Good for you. On to our second category, I Hardly Know Her, all about Magic's Planeswalkers. Question 1. For 10 loyalty, Jace Beleriand's last ability makes a target player mill how many cards? For 10 loyalty, Jace Beleriand's last ability makes a target player mill how many cards? Question 2. Which Planeswalker appeared on a Mythic Rare from Shards of Alara as the Seeker? Which Planeswalker appeared on a Mythic Rare from Shards of Alara as the Seeker? Question 3. On Bloomburrow, Ralzeric was depicted as being which semi-aquatic animal? On Bloomburrow, Ralzeric was depicted as being which semi-aquatic animal? Question 4. Which Planeswalker has been depicted on 21 distinct Planeswalker cards as of August 2025? Which Planeswalker has been depicted on 21 distinct Planeswalker cards as of August 2025? You've got till the music stops to get your answers down, and then we'll see the results. Time's up, let's get some answers, and this time they're worth 2 points. Question 1. For 10 loyalty, Jace Beleren's last ability makes a target player mill how many cards? 20 cards! The iconic Jace Beleren's last ability costs a whopping 10 loyalty, but for the price forces a target player to mill 20 cards. Question 2. Which Planeswalker appeared on a mythic rare from Shards of Alara as the Seeker? Tezzeret. Seen of course most recently as the only Planeswalker to be printed in Edge of Eternities, we were looking for your boy, Tezzeret. Question 3. On Bloomburrow, Ral Zarek was depicted as being which semi-aquatic animal? An otter, which I've been reliably informed that as Ral is a gay man, this is potentially a joke about his sexuality apparently, but either way on Bloomburrow, he's an otter. Question 4. Which Planeswalker has been depicted on 21 distinct Planeswalker cards as of August 2025? Chandra. In no particular order we have Nalaar, the Firebrand, Ablaze, Roaring Flame, Novice Pyromancer, Bold Pyromancer, Pyromaster, Pyrogenius, Spark Hunter, Dress to Kill, Flame Shaper, Torch of Defiance, Legacy of Fire, Awakened Inferno, Hope's Beacon, Flames Catalyst, Acolyte of Flames, Fire Artisan, Flame Caller, Flames Fury, and Heart of Fire, Chandra. How do you guys feel that you're doing?
They get tricky as they go on, don't they?
Homelands.
But we're still hanging in there.
Wonderful news. Oh.
What is it?
Oh, it's nothing, it's just the camera's on. We're recording. For you guys, we don't normally... Oh, I'm sure it's nothing. Round 3, and the category is Look at My Rear, testing your knowledge of double-faced cards. Question 1. The back face of the Modern Horizons 3 White and Black Enchantment Aura, Glasswing Grace, has what card type? The back face of the Modern Horizons 3 White and Black Enchantment Aura, Glasswing Grace, has what card type? Question 2. The front face of Temple of Cultivation from the Lost Caverns of Ixalan is which legendary creature god? The front face of Temple of Cultivation from the Lost Caverns of Ixalan is which legendary creature god? Question 3. The back face of Strixhaven's Ulvilda, Dean of Perfection, is Nasari, Dean of what? The back face of Strixhaven's Ulvilda, Dean of Perfection, is Nasari, Dean of what? Question 4. The front face of Okagachi Made Manifest is which Neon Dynasty Enchantment Saga? The front face of Okagachi Made Manifest is which Neon Dynasty Enchantment Saga? That's the last question this round, so get ready to finish writing before we find out the answers. And that's time. Every correct answer is worth 3 points, so let's find out how you did after these messages. Welcome back to Magic the Questioning, where we're about to find out the answers to round 3, where every correct answer is worth 3 points. Here we go. Question 1. The back face of the Modern Horizons 3 White and Black Enchantment Aura, Glasswing Grace, has what card type? Land! In the form of Age Graced Chapel, the card itself was part of a cycle of hybrid mana double face cards that all had on their back face a land. Question 2. The front face of Temple of Cultivation from the Lost Caverns of Ixalan is which legendary creature god? Oja Kaslem Deepest Growth. One of 6 Ixalan gods introduced in the set, one of 5 of which were double faced and one of 4 of which had no other creature type. We were looking for Oja Kaslem Deepest Growth. Question 3. The back face of Strixhaven's Ulvilda, Dean of Perfection, is Nasari, Dean of what? Expression! This was one of the many cards from the set which depicted 2 different characters on either side of a single card, which I'm still not sure how I feel about. But either way, Nasari is the Dean of Expression. Question 4. The front face of Okagachi Made Manifest is which Neon Dynasty Enchantment Saga? The Kami War, which is a 5-colour version of one of my favourite card types in Magic, Sagas, as each plane has their own depiction of how these are represented in the art. We were looking for the Kami War. How many did you guys get right this round?
The mana rock has gotten hot.
Another one.
It's begun. Tap and sack.
Tap and sack.
Tap and sack.
Round 4 is WotC staffed with questions about the people behind the game. Question 1. Which the traitor Barrow Cormorant author wrote the Edge of Eternity's main story for Magic? Which the traitor Barrow Cormorant author wrote the Edge of Eternity story for Magic? Question 2. Former pro player Aaron Forsyth was promoted to which position within the company in May of 2019? Former pro player Aaron Forsyth was promoted to which position within the company in May of 2019? Question 3. Which former president and CEO/COO of WotC was named the CEO of Hasbro in 2022? Which former president and CEO/COO of WotC was named the CEO of Hasbro in 2022? Question 4. In March 2023, Mark Hagan became the vice president of what? In March 2023, Mark Hagan became the vice president of what? Okay, the time's about to start again, so I hope you have all of your answers, because this is the last point scoring round. Here we go. Time's up, and remember, for this round, correct answers are worth 4 points. Here we go. Question 1. Which the traitor Barrow Cormorant author wrote the Edge of Eternity's main story for Magic? Seth Dickinson, who, and I quote, dreams of becoming a muscular yet small-brained deep-water fish, apparently. Seth Dickinson. Question 2. Former pro player Aaron Forsyth was promoted to which position within the company in May of 2019? Vice President. Technically that's Vice President of Magic Design and Studio X, but we'll accept the answer of Vice President. Question 3. Which former president and CEO/COO of WotC was named the CEO of Hasbro in 2022? Chris Cox, whose position at WotC was filled by now former CEO Cynthia Williams. We were looking for the seeming enthusiast of using AI in games and firing staff at Christmas. Chris Cox. Question 4. In March 2023, Mark Hagan became the vice president of what? Collectibles, which means he's involved in things like the Booster Fun team, Print Innovation team, as well as the Secret Lair team and the Promo Card team. Mark Hagan is the vice president of Collectibles. Are you guys excited for the bonus round where you can double your points?
Where am I?
Come on now, old timer. Don't you remember?
Who are you people?
It's me, Sky. Don't give up on me yet.
The points are vital.
That's it, we can do this. We have to do this.
And I have faith that you will. Round 5 is Art Attack, where we slowly reveal a picture to you. And if you can name what card uses that picture as its art before the music stops, then you double your points and you double your score. So to be clear, see some artwork and name that card for double points. I hope you're ready, because here we go. And that's time. Did you get it right? Well, if you said this was the art for the card Rootwater Thief from Nemesis, which, let's be honest, is probably one of the most terrifying depictions of a merfolk in the game, then you'll have just doubled your score. So now the question is, how did you do? Count up your score and let us know in the comments below. Well guys, how do you think you did?
Really well, thank you. What score did it get this time?
98.
Okay.
The dark.
Thank you for today's quiz. It was so much fun.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and as usual, you've been excellent contestants. But sadly, that is the end of the show, so join us again next time for another episode of Magic: The Questioning. Thank you to everyone who supports the show, like 27 publications, Egg Boy the particle that permeates all existence, Blank Space, Wanpako Jozu, Miss Murder, a random Patreon, Ominous Jazz, and the rest of my patrons whose names are on screen now. I'd also like to give an extra special thank you to Brett Canny for providing the music for the show. Don't forget to like and subscribe and set your notification bell to all so you can be updated when our next episode airs. And until then, from all of us here in the studio, we wish you happy quizzing and we will see you next time. Freeze frame.